Hello and welcome back to the Games Kingdom. Today we have an unboxing and we're going to be unboxing Eclipse Second Dawn for the Galaxy. So we'll start by taking off the top. I've already sort of punched it all out and put it into its respective trays and things, so this is a sort of an unboxing after sort of doing all of that. So first off we have all of the player boards, and obviously these are double-sided, so you've got the Terrans on one side and you've got different alien races on the other, so you can play as either an alien race or a Terran. I think for first game sort of people have recommended that everybody plays Terrans so that everyone's got the same board, because they all play the same. You've got a tray here that is used during the game. This is your round marker at the top, so you move a disc across here each round, and then these are filled up with different technologies that you can buy to upgrade your components within the game. We've got a nice well laid out rulebook, quite a chunky rulebook. Looks to be complicated, but if you have a look at some playthroughs on things like YouTube and stuff like that, you'll see that it seems to play quite well, quite easy. Well, say easy, easier than it would first appear from that sort of chunky rulebook. We've then got a couple of trays here that have got what are called ancient ships, and then you've got different monoliths and sort of gates, and all the dice and things are in here as well, so they're quite nice. And the game actually came packed with those already in their trays, which was nice. These things you had to punch out. These are all the different technologies that you can update your ships with and stuff like that, so you sort of get these and do actions each round. You can take certain actions and then you can sort of take these upgrades and put them on your board. I'll take these out, but I'll just open a few of these. So we've got these are all the different player trays, so each of these, and these are upgraded from the first edition of the game. These now go onto the top here, and then you've got little cutouts where you put your cubes to tell you how many of a particular type of resource. This isn't a Kickstarter version, this is the retail, so none of the ships have got the washes and things on that they had at that particular sort of level, but you do get your own home starting tile. You get a sort of card that gives you the different things that you can do throughout your turn. You've got different tiles that you play in your game, and then these are the little counters that go on your player board to donate your actions, what you're doing, what you've done, that sort of thing. And these things also go on your player board. They donate how many of each resources you have. You start off with the sort of pointy end, and then if you're lucky enough to go around and get more than 40 of a particular resource, then you just turn that round and it's got plus 40 on the back end, and you use that. So that's quite a nice little touch as well. So that's the black coloured ships. Just have a look at a couple more. So we'll do the blue trays. So they're all the ships are different for each race, which is nice. But you've also got all of the cubes and things. They're all pretty much the same, but obviously in your own player colour. And we'll do one more. We'll do the reds. So I might give these a bit of a wash with some sort of their own coloured inks and things potentially, but for the time being I'm just going to leave them as they are. So we've got those. We've got a couple of bags where a lot more tiles are in, so these are technology tiles that again you will pull out, and they go into that empty tray that I showed you at the start. each round you pull out a certain amount depending on how many players, so they come out of this particular bag and they go into this tray. These are reputation tiles, so basically when you're doing combat, if you win you pull one of these out. If you if you participate, I think you pull one out for everybody who is in the fight, and if you're the winner I think you potentially get two, but you can only keep one of those. So they're in their own little bag and you use those each turn. And then the final tray, I'll leave that in the box if you can just see that there. It's got different things in here called obviously your 1, 2 and 3 different hexes, so we'll just have a quick look at those. So these are the sort of hexes that you put out onto the table. You draw them at random depending on which area of the board you want to explore, which sector, a 1, a 2 or a 3, and then you can potentially colonize that sector and you can do combat in the sector. So they're all got that symbol on the back of 1, 2 or 3, and they sort of are face down, so you don't know which ones you're going to draw. Some of them will have the symbol on, which means that you'll get sort of ancient ships on there, and then you potentially will have to go on to there and combat those if you want to take control of those sectors. And then there's just a few more other little sort of tokens and tiles that are stored in this particular tray for use within the game. So yeah, that's about it. So yeah, another game that hopefully we can get to the table fairly soon this year. We'll hopefully get the vaccination rollout, which will allow people to start meeting up again in different areas and doing different things, and hopefully this will be one of those games that gets to the table a few times this year. Currently I don't think this has a solo option. I'm going to check online and see whether there is anything. Sometimes there have been fan things done for different games, so hopefully somebody may have done that, or I may even have a look and try and do some sort of solo role plays myself. I'm going to try and get it to the table and play sort of 2 or 3 different races just to see how it plays out, so when it does get to the table I've got some idea of how it plays, so that others can sort of join in fairly quickly. But that's it, that's Eclipse, Second Dawn for the Galaxy. So we'll see you again soon for another unboxing or playthrough. Until then, goodbye.